welcome to another edition of Seattle Mariners Organizational Report, episode 12, April 22nd, 2022. Happy Friday, everyone. Kansas City's in town tonight for the first game of the series. But let's get to a little bit of what happened last night. Okay, last night, Texas was here to finish up the series. They took the last game from us, but we still won that series. And we've won the last two series. We're hoping to win this next series. And we've won 5 out of 7 and 7 out of the last 8 against Texas. Last night was a tough loss. We were winning that game for most of the game. And then all of a sudden our double play combo sort of fell apart on defense. Crawford with a couple errors and Frazier with 1. There was 4 unearned runs Texas got to take the lead. Okay, so let's get to the report. Okay, Modesto is playing Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, are 6-6. They're down in Modesto, and we killed them last night, 11-1. The Quakes had 1 run, 2 hits, and an error. Modesto is 5-7, had 11 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Fleming got the win for the Nuts. He's 1-1. And Kasperius got the loss for the Quakes. He's 0-1. Today's starting pitchers are to be determined in Modesto. Okay, the top offensive performances yesterday for the Modesto was Jonathan Clace was 3 for 6 with a run and 3 RBIs, and he also had 2 stolen bases. He's got 11 now. Robert Perez was 2 for 5 with a run and an RBI, and Ben Ramirez was 3 for 4, 2 runs, 3 RBIs, and his second home run. Top pitching performances was Fleming had a quality start there. 6 innings, only gave up 1 hit, no runs, and 8 strikeouts. And Juan Burgoyes had 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run, and 3 strikeouts. Okay, on to Everett. Everett lost yesterday at Funko Field. We're hosting the Tri-Cities Dust Devils, who are 7-4. Everett's now 3-8. Okay, the Dust Devils last night won 6-3. The Devils had 6 runs, 9 hits, and an error. And the Aquasox had 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors. Guzman's 1-0 for the Dust Devils. And Max Roberts lost for the Aquasox. He's 0-1. Jones had his first save for the Dust Devils. Today's starting pitchers in Everett are Bryce Miller, 0-0 with a 3.18. The Dust Devils are countering with Samarnis. He's 0-0 with a 0.0 ERA. Top offensive performances in Everett last night. Andy Thomas, 1 for 3 with 2 runs, an RBI, 3 walks, and his first home run. And Victor Labrada, the 22-year-old Cuban, he's still doing good this year. He was 2 for 5 with an RBI, a run, and his second home run. Top pitching performances for the Aquasox was left-hander Adam Macko. Nice start for him. 6 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, no walks, and he struck out 10. So we're excited about that. Good job, Macko. Okay, on to Arkansas. Arkansas is 7-5. We beat the Corpus Christi Hooks down in Texas there. We smashed them pretty good. 9 runs, 1 hit, and 1 error for the Travelers. And for the Hooks, who are 4-8, they had 5 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Levi Stout won that game. He's 2-1 with a 2.25 ERA for that 3rd rounder out of Lehigh College. And the loser for the Hooks was McQuare. He's 0-2. Today's starting pitchers in Corpus Christi is Arkansas is going with Kolick. He's 0-0 with a 6.0 ERA. And the Hooks are going with Brown. He's 0-1 with a 6.48 ERA. Top offensive performances in Texas last night. Cade Marlowe was 1 for 5 with a stolen base, a run, 3 RBIs. Zach DeLoach, the 2nd rounder out of Texas, he was 1 for 3 with a run, 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and a triple. And the second round pick out of Virginia, Joe Rizzo, he was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs, 2 walks, and a double. Also on offense, Tanner Kerwer, 2 for 3 with two runs and a walk. Top pitching performances for the Travelers, Levi Stout with 5 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, and had 7 strikeouts. Now on to the Tacoma Rainiers. They're still struggling. They're at 333 win percentage, defending that PCL championship from 2021. But we are hosting the Sugarland Space Cowboys, who are 5-10. The Rainiers are also 5-10. The Space Cowboys won that game last night in Cheneystadium. 6 runs, 9 hits, 0 errors. Tacoma had 3 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. Belock was the winning pitcher for the Space Cowboys. He's 1-0. And Ian McKinney, who's having a rough start so far this year, he's 0-2. Today's starting pitchers at Cheneystadium are to be determined. Okay, the top offensive performances yesterday in Tacoma was Steven Souza, 2 for 3 with the run, RBI, 2 walks, and his first home runs. He's batting .280, and I really hope he gets a chance up there in the Mariners, because I thought the saying went that if you bet whatever you batted in the AAA was about 50 points less in the majors. So that would be equivalent to him batting .230 for the Mariners if he was in the Mariners so far this year, which is a lot better than J-Rod at 136. But of course, we know J-Rod's learning and still doing the best he can, you know. But also, Steven Souza had an outfield assist, so that's looking good for him down there. And then McCoy also was 1 for 5 with a solo home run yesterday. Okay, top pitching performances for the Rainiers was Rowan Elias. Still hasn't gave up a run this year for that left-hander. He was 1 inning, no hits, no runs, and he had a strikeout. Juan Mercedes had a nice outing yesterday in Tacoma. 3 innings pitched, gave up 3 hits, 1 run, and struck out 2. Okay, on to the last night's game. Seattle's now 7-6. We were playing the 3-9 Texas Rangers in Seattle, and the Rangers won that game. They came back to win 8-6. Texas had 8 runs, 10 hits, and an error. Seattle was 6 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors. Barlow was the winner. He's 1-0. And Steckenrider got the loss for Seattle. He's 0-1. Tonight's starting pitchers for the game tonight in Seattle to open the series against Kansas City is Keller for the Royals. He's 0-1 with the 138. And we got Flexen on the mound for us. He's 0-2 with the 523. I'm looking for Flexen to bounce back and get rolling this year. Okay, yesterday's game. Little disappointing that we had the lead, and then all of a sudden you could see momentum switched over to Texas, and they just kept it, and we could never get it back. And there's some things that I noticed that I'd like to point out is the Mariners are still leading the American League in walks. That's good. Winker is the leader in walks for the American League. But we just got to get going a little bit more. Where yesterday we had 10 walks as a team. That's impressive. But we struck out 12 times and left 22 people on base. You cannot do that if you want to win a game. And don't forget, you guys, every game matters. Every at-bat, every pitch, every game matters if you want to get to the playoffs. And I'm hoping we can get to the playoffs, you know. So top performers yesterday were Ty France with 4 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs and a walk. He got his 3rd home run and his 3rd double. So nice to see he's still out there kicking butt. Okay. Also, J.P. Crawford, like I reported yesterday, he really had a good record against Hearns, and he didn't disappoint. He was 1 for 4 with a run, and he got a 3 RBI home run in the first inning there, where we really stuck it to Hearns in that first inning with five runs to start the game. Crawford also had a walk, And then let me see who else had a notable day. Tom Murphy, 1 for 4 with the walk. He's still batting .400. We like to see that. Toro was 1 for 3 with 2 walks, so that's nice. But Julio Rodriguez was 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts. Yes, I understand that the refs or the umps are just, it's like they're cheating because they're not, you know, they're calling them outside the strike zone, but still, you know, hey, it was only obvious that Christopher Negron should have been out of that dugout, up and down that referee, telling him that no way that was not a strike and that he wasn't going to go for it. And he should have got kicked out of that game to fire our team up because we needed a spark to get that momentum back. Another thing is, you know, I don't understand how you guys give J-Rod a chance to strike out 4 times and then you let him up one more time to give him a chance to strike out 5 times. That's way too much pressure on J-Rod. And then you took out Moore and put in Kelenic. My opinion is they should have put Kelenic in for J-Rod, left Moore in, and then if you wanted to pinch hit Moore at the end, you could have gave Donovan Walton or Mike Ford an opportunity to create a spark. Along with what else does that do? That helps, that gives your bench some hope, and it doesn't demoralize your bench by not using your bench. So anyway, I'm hoping they can change that, and tonight I'm hoping that they can win. Tonight is Puffy Vest Night in Seattle. We got promotions all through the weekend. Tomorrow is Edgar Martinez replica statue night, and then Sunday is Mitch Haniger hat night. So hey, go get 'em, Mariners. Go Mariners!